Ray didn't want Hammertoes, but he also didn't want surgery, but he wanted the problem corrected. Here's how he got it done.
Okay, years ago, I had a hammertoe, and went to a doctor, and they wanted to do some shaving on my big toe, and then the second toe next to my big toe, they wanted to put pins actually in both toes, maybe all three in that section, and I decided not to, so I went for a second opinion, and went to another doctor, and then he told me that would not help my foot at all. I'd have problems with my foot. But he could remove that second toe, and that didn't sit too well with me. So I was telling Dr. Winter here at Winter's Wellness that I had a hammer toe, and I like to see what could be done about it. He said, we can help that. So he's been doing the adjustments on my feet, and matter of fact, I got one on the other foot that's not as bad, but my right foot is real bad. And he's been doing adjustments, and now I had gotten to a point that I could not take the second toe, which was laying on top of my big toe, and move it off of it by just myself normal. I'd have to take my hand down and move it over if I wanted it moved off to my big toe. But now I can actually move my second toe off of my big toe without any problem at all.
Good. So Ray, we started to work with this. So how many times, you told me about this about 3 or 4 visits ago?
About 2 visits ago.
Right. So that's what's happened in 2 visits?
That's happened since then.
Great.
And I'm able now, I was laying in my bed the other night, and I kept moving that toe off, and I said, this is amazing. I said, I haven't been able to do that. I've always had to reach down and move it off. And sometimes when that toe's on top of my big toe, it gets aggravating, and especially in my shoe too. But now I can move that toe around, and I can move it off of my big toe.
That's awesome. Congratulations. Good, good. Obviously, when we first talked about that, you're probably skeptical that would possibly could happen.
I didn't think it could ever happen. When the doctor told me that the best thing for me to do was let him remove that toe, I thought, my goodness, there's nothing can be done about it. I'm just going to live with it. I didn't want to have my toe removed. To me, that was just an easy out, but I would have been less a toe. Right. I didn't want to do that, so I let it alone. I let it go. And Dr. Winter and myself was talking about it, and he said, I can help that. I can do something for that. And he went to work on it, and yes, I can see a change.
Good, very good. So can you see the possibility that possibly this foot could actually come back to pretty much a norm?
I'm hoping, and with the good Lord willing, I'm praying too, and with Dr. Winter's help, I think that this toe will get back to pretty close to being a normal toe.
Good. Someday in the future, we're going to come, if we solve that problem, we'll come back and say, this is what you got, and see what we got with that one. Sounds good.
I'd love to.
Good. So if you're looking for a better alternative to foot problems, call Dr. Winter at 770-536-6600.